welcome everyone to another lovely session of Fractures of Reality. In the last session, the party went for a lovely swim and exchanged a sword hilt for a sword of quite strong, quite a strong sword, I do say. And they've just started and made camp for the night, and it's currently morning. You know, they're quietly eating breakfast. Only they're surrounded by vines on all sides. The horses are currently eating like one of the little branches on the vines.
Are the vines moving at all?
No, they're not moving. They grew during the night. You saw it happen, Corax. You just you didn't really think much of it because it was so slow, and then you're like, huh, there's vines. You know, it was so slow you didn't notice until it was already morning.
Okay, the moment I realize something's up, I'm gonna divine sense real quick.
You sense? There is definitely something divine about it.
Okay, that relaxes me a little bit.
How is that relaxing?
So?
Because Korax has an instinctive trust in the gods.
Cora's mind hasn't turned on yet. She's still eating food. She's not aware that there are vines yet.
Cicada is now aware. These weren't here before. So she's gonna
What
detect
wasn't here
magic.
before? She looks around, it's like, oh.
Motions at the vines.
Korax, did something happen while we were asleep last night?
It's apparently, honestly, it happened so slowly I didn't even notice anything going on until it had already happened.
That's actually very creepy.
I'm gonna use detect magic.
It's magic.
Whatever it is, divine magic of some kind. Beyond that, I'm not sure.
Then you see the vines twitch, and then they all suddenly just vanish back into the ground, revealing that the entire area around you guys has been transformed into a lush jungle. Like, trees stretch above you, it's very humid and musty, and the ground is more solid than you remember.
Guys, I think we've been teleported.
Ooh. Jezebel blinks and she goes over to Ryu and pinches his cheek.
Hey! Ow! No,
Okay.
This isn't a dream. This isn't a dream.
Just making sure. She folds her hands up with a smile.
That's not how that works.
Horses come with us.
Yeah, the horses are there. You know, quietly munching. One of them has, you know, broken free and was actually outside the vines just munching on some of the plants.
I don't know if it teleports the actual thing that happened, dear.
Clara is going to investigate lakeward.
Well, you head up that way, digging your way through the brush, and after about, I'd say, 120 feet, you step out and the land is back to its marshy. It's like someone cut out a piece of jungle and slapped it right on top of where you guys were.
Well,
Clara is confused and she comes back and relays the information she has obtained.
Okay, I'm going to examine the jungle area. Do I at all know what this place it looks like? Does it ring any bells?
It looks like a jungle.
Okay, but like, do I have any idea what jungle it might be? A dense land filled with many trees and vines,
and covered in a thick underbrush. It's not based on anything, it's just a jungle.
Okay, but do I recognize where it might be from? Is what I'm asking.
It's no.
Okay.
There,
Okay.
I drew you the a rough circle of the area that's been converted.
Yeah, I'm gonna use elevated sight.
All right.
Be above. Yeah.
You look above, and you actually see a bit of the jungle go up just west of you. You see the jungle starting to spread this way. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Bleh. I forgot to get out of. Okay. Starting to spread to the west as it, spreads. And at the very forefront of it, you can see a centaur.
What?
A
You see
centaur.
anything?
Just casually walking ahead of the growing plants.
Centaur. In that direction.
Jezebel stops and like immediately hones in and starts to run.
Alright.
Clara's like, that's like
Nope.
a legendary creature.
Wait.
And also takes off.
Oh, don't get any ideas, and I take off after her.
Yeah, for context, everyone, centaurs are more or less extinct except for a small area in the wildlands. They're not.
I am running.
They're not very common except in very dense forests. Like, there's a small group in the woods with the unicorn and the druids, but in general, they don't really come out into the open.
Yeah, I can't move my token for some reason.
Let me check. Are you zoomed in? It might be too small.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and zoom in more, but I still can't move it.
Okay, well, I'll move it for you, and I think it might just be a lag, because I haven't changed the token at all.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Now I can move it.
Alright, so, you all burst through the jungle, and the figure turns to look towards you.
Clara's like, it's a centaur! I thought they were extinct.
And what are you? And what are you talking about? I saw some of them wandering around Lundrock.
They're they're mostly in the wildlands along with the kitsune.
And yeah, and as I just said, there is a community of them in Lundrock.
Cicada waves.
Was not aware of that. So she says rare instead of extinct instead. Hello, what's your name?
The centaur blinks a bit and looks over to the talking. I don't actually really know what race Flora is, but
Vulpin.
Vulpin? Okay.
They're like fox people.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Actual fox people, not the magic blogs that the Henga Yokai are.
Okay. Oh, Vulpin. I haven't seen you guys in a while. What brings you over here?
We were investigating the lake for a sword. And then someone lost a sword hilt.
Someone lost a sword hilt. Well, good.
And Clara's like, that. Speaking of, did you find it, Jezebel?
Jezebel kind of like scratches the side of her head a little bit, looking away. She goes, not quite. And then kind of stares at the centaur closely with a tilt of her head.
By the way, I'm Clara. What is your name?
My name, it's LR.
What?
Thought
She
so.
pauses for a moment. She's like, A Alar or the Alar?
I suppose the LR would be the correct statement if you're referring to that LR, yes.
My God.
My gosh!
I saw, I, s- I saw, and I saw some of your followers getting blitzed at the temple in Lundrook.
That's normal. Don't worry about them.
I know.
Fangirl
Hey,
hug.
You're kidding, right?
Really, Foxy? Jezebel's over the hands of him looking at Ryu.
I mean,
You've seen
what-
my father. You've seen quite a few things happen, and this surprises you?
Well, what would a goddess be doing here?
Turning a swamp into a forest, apparently.
Good question. Ask her.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What would a goddess be doing in crashing a dinner party?
That sounds like a certain someone I know.
I'm sure.
Just- Jezebel just kind of sighs as she isn't really surprised. And just again kind of look awkwardly to the side.
I don't know. Alex and Empire seem to treat it like that happens often with her.
Quite so. Speaking of the sword hilt, I believe a bird took it.
A bird.
An Aarakocra.
Jezebel
Oh,
immediately
right.
perks up at this.
Well, it looked like an Aarakocra.
Oh no.
Wreck it?
I
Did
don't
he have
know
it?
his name.
Did he have a tail? Like a
Yeah,
long tail, not like a feather tail?
Yeah, it was a long tail, as I recall.
Jezebel throws her head up in the air, groaning.
I get.
Deal
So-
the sword?
Sounds like that guy. It sounds like that guy. I took some payment and took something as payment for helping us get the sword.
That brings me back.
Guess I wouldn't worry too much about it. Oh, I don't know. We did. Charlotte did kind of figure out that the person was Skada's patron, right?
Charlotte blinks a bit and just simply nods. Yeah, that's what I deduce.
Still, I'm not entirely sure what that hilt all does. All I know is that Vienna said that it's a calling card, so I don't know if maybe like it summons her. I really doubt that. She doesn't like that.
It's very
But then
confused.
again, she is fond of me and my family. Ugh! Am I gonna have to find this cricket? I really don't want to. I don't trust him.
It is very confused with this line of questioning.
Well, the sword hilt the sword hilt didn't really do anything to begin with, didn't it? Did it?
No, but it was a gift, and I do feel bad for just losing it.
Well, what it does? That's probably a question you should ask Vienna whenever you can.
Probably should have asked her
that-
when I saw her, to be honest.
Seems that they taken a shine to you two, or your group in particular.
That
I mean,
that's not a comforting thing to hear about the Witch Queen.
Ooh, does she want to hear songs?
Oh, you play a little music?
Was that her asking her to play music, or was it?
I was asking if you play music.
Ah, okay. Yes, I do. And she pulls out her guitar
Jezebel closes her ears.
Korax closes his.
Ryu's ears flatten against his head on their own.
roll your charisma check.
She wasn't initially thinking of playing, just showing.
I know, just you roll it anyway. Yeah, it's actually pretty dang good. Not as good as you,
Alright.
of course, Allah, but
I'm pretty sure. I mean, you say that, but I'm pretty sure Cora has a higher charisma now than you and Alar did at the end of the
Oh!
campaign.
she Clara does, but Allah is also a little, you know.
Divine. Yeah.
No, not divine. She's a little, you know, prideful.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Laura makes a little soft humming to the music that's being played, and then she stops Clara for a moment. May I try?
Sure. So maybe she means with the guitar, right?
Yes.
Okay, she hands you the guitar.
Alar has no idea how to play this kind of instrument.
Oh boy.
Well, just roll me
Uh,
1d20 then, Neku.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Natural footing.
Wow.
you decide to, and you don't want to embarrass yourself in front of these mortals, so you actually call on your divine essence to, in the fraction of a second, both learn how to play the instrument, spend a few years practicing the instrument, and get very good at the instrument. All while a single second has passed, and you play the best tune they have ever heard, the best song in the world.
Good God.
We even have a devil nearby. He says, gesturing at Jezebel.
Wait, what?
Clara is going max fangirl.
It's the song. Have you not heard of the best song in the world? Jezebel.
No.
Oh my god. Well,
Google it after this.
Google it and watch it after this. It is a sin to not know that song. It is the best song in the world, and
Back when I was in the Boy Scouts, my troop used to sing that shit around the campfire. I'm not joking.
regardless,
I feel I'm being attacked.
I will link it after this game, and you have to listen to it. It is the best song in the world.
I'm scared. Okay.
Seriously, no joke.
Yeah.
Anyway, you play the best song in the world.
Alar would just hand back the guitar afterwards. Well, that's a neat
Be an
instrument.
and like Korax gives a half grin. Be an angel.
I didn't hear that very well.
He said, "Be ye an angel."
I just don't know. Oh, don't know what that's referring to. Sorry.
It is referring to a thing from the song, you heathen.
Yeah, I don't know that song either.
Oh.
I think more than one person is gonna need this link, Lala.
I'll link it.
Yeah.
I'll link it in Fractions of Reality. Then you uncultured swines.
We're being attacked, Nicker.
No.
Hey,
We're being attacked.
hey, when I think devil and song, I think devil went down to Georgia.
I believe this is
True.
the song that also taught me how to tell stalagmites and stalactites apart.
So clearly not, since it is stalagmites and stalactites, not stalaglites.
I didn't say stalagmites. I said stalagmites and stalactites.
Could have sworn you said
Misheard.
stalagmites.
That's
Yeah, now my-
Discord being
now my-
weird. Anyway,
That's Discord
yeah, that
being
makes sense.
Anyway,
now my mouth's confused.
stalactites, they hold on tight. Stalagmites might poke you in the ass. I mean, that's just how I remember.
Pretty much.
I
Anyways.
mean,
Anyway,
good, if I have to remember.
yeah, you play the best song in the world and give the guitar back.
I actually don't know what I was doing here originally. Kind of forgot.
I will.
Making a jungle?
Yeah, you're making a jungle.
Was I? Huh. Guess it's back to my duties.
Yeah, why are you making a jungle here?
Trying to restore the land in the area. It was getting weakened from an oversaturation of water.
And what, you got a problem with swamps?
Not necessarily a problem. I just trying to dimmer down the so it can become livable again.
Hmm. You do realize there's like a ruins in that water in the pond over there, right?
I'm not touching the ruins in particular. That's part of an attraction to some people, I would say.
So I will mention. Sorry.
So you're just making it easier to get to the attraction?
Somewhat. It's also to restore the ecosystem. Make sure it's not too damaged. It's a lot to think about when you're trying to restore land.
Clara still has
Mhm.
fangirl eyes.
So those of you who are proficient may roll nature. And if you aren't proficient in nature, you can roll with disadvantage.
Okay, I'm not proficient. I'm not gonna roll anyway.
What could possibly go wrong?
Ooh.
I don't think anyone here is. Like, we don't have a ranger or a druid or
Yeah.
a nature cleric.
Okay, then I'll just tell you out of character. Swamps often become jungles. Like swamps and jungles are two sides of the same coin. I'll just say, I'm paraphrasing a bit here, but like swamps do become jungles depending on the conditions and all of that.
Okay.
Because the moisture rises and yeah. But anyway.
Anyways.
Mm. Isabel looks a little like not nervous, but she looks like she wants to say something as she runs and she replays like one of the strands over here and she keeps glancing at Alar.
Something wrong?
No, I'm just curious about something.
Go ahead and ask if it's about me.
Well, kinda. If you have you talked to Lady Rura lately?
Alar's eyes widened a bit at the name. Ah, Rura. It's been a little bit for me, but I have spoken to her. She's doing well, I think. Last I spoke to her, anyway. I'm surprised you know of her.
Isabel she looks relieved for a second hearing that, and then she kind of gives an awkward laugh. She goes, "Oh, well, my family is tasked with usually protecting her sometimes, so..." And she kind of starts to mumble a little bit.
Oh, you're that child.
Mm.
And then Alara runs over and like hugs Jezebel.
Please don't rub it in.
Yeah, she just like, yeah, Alex Zamfir, my dad. Is my dad my mom? Yeah, that's me. She doesn't really hug Alara back, she just kind of awkwardly pats her arm.
So Jezebel, how does it feel when someone does it to you?
Jezebel leers at Ryu.
You haven't heard of Rura recently, though? Just a little strange.
I've been a little focused, and I haven't quite spoken to my family in a little while, until recently, actually.
You should visit her sometimes. I bet she worries about you.
Jezebel actually looks a little upset. She goes, "I didn't want to return and talk to her until I actually had news about my brother's killer." his death affected her just as badly as my parents.
I see.
But I'm not too sure if she knew this, but I found some very interesting information from my father, who apparently resurrected him without telling anybody.
Alex did that?
Apparently, Mother was not happy.
I'm surprised that he held on to that information for so long.
So was I, but it was my brother's wish, apparently, that he not tell anybody. Whoever is after my brother, apparently, or whoever killed him for whatever duty he was doing for my father, apparently was that serious. So apparently he's alive now. So now I have two tasks: find my brother, kick his ass, and still kill my brother's killer.
Isn't that 3 tasks?
Ideally, find the killer first, just to be on the safe side.
Cicada taps Alar on the shoulder for a moment. And she kind of whispers to her, have you seen a blue-haired samurai?
Blue hair samurai. I recall seeing one. Yes. He went to the ground.
Excuse me?
It's to the city of spiders, I believe. Not a lot of people we're not allowed to go over there a lot often. And
Oh no.
Oh no.
Cora,
Yeah,
oblivious to
dark.
all the implications, is like, where did you learn to play guitar so well?
a few centuries of practicing helps.
Ryu just glares at Clara with the look that says, like, the look saying, "Really?"
Music is the most important thing, mate.
Jezebel actually glares to the ground at the thought, keeping that in mind, and she goes, fantastic.
The place is protected by evil gods, so anyone with neutral or good intentions can't really see past them.
So that explains why I couldn't reach Alex when we were in that part of the Underdark.
That explains why Vienna wants a freaking cool sword.
She gives a huff.
Did we identify how amazing the sword is?
I did. It's a freaking amazing sword.
So this samurai is also acquainted with the drow. That can't be good.
Of course, Rihanna gets all the cool little toys. Well,
I don't think she would be opposed to letting you borrow it for a moment.
oh, she would. But that is something I would like to have one day.
Jezebel kind of sighs. She goes, well, at least I have a lead to where he could be at. Thank you, Lady Alar.
Anything I can do to help.
Oh, and she actually looks a little bashful, looking to the ground. She goes, if you talk to Lady Rura lately, let her know I said hi.
I'll let her know that you're doing well, Jezebel.
Oh, and if you could let her know about the news that I found about my brother and such, that'd be great. Because, and then she gives a dark smile. She goes, I'm pretty sure Dad would love to have pressure from Lady Rura as well about his little secret.
Alright, so there's a little thing about that. See, yeah, Alara's a god, so they can literally just toss their thoughts over towards where Rura is and say, hey, how are you doing? So,
no, she knows. Jezebel knows.
What would Rura say back to Jezebel?
all that. Oh, so Jezebel would actually hear this.
Yeah, well, I mean,
yeah.
I'm assuming Allah's gonna tell you.
Oh yeah.
All right. So the only thing you hear, Alar, is a very slightly dark voice of Ruva saying, "Did he now?" And that's it. She did not sound happy.
Oh. Yeah, he did break a lot of rules.
That's what Vierna said.
And then, like a little bit later, all you hear again, Alar is say, "Jezebel said hi," and then that's it.
Oh, and Rura also said hi. She sounded angry, but she also said hi in a very different tone, so that's not being good towards you.
Jezebel looks surprised for a second, and then realizes, "Oh yeah, God thing." And then she actually smiles with like a little blush at the fact that Rura said hi to her, and she gives a little giggle.
Such a fangirl. So, what do you guys do
That-
now? You were saying, Ryu?
Ryu's all Ryu's actually okay. That actually reminds me. He casts sending and says, "Great grandfather, are you okay?"
Oh man, oh man. Okay, give me a second.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
No.
Here we go again.
When are you coming back? Because this is getting really uncomfortable, and I can't stand watching them torture these poor books any more because that's all you get.
And it cuts out. Oh no.
He casts sending again and says, "Well, we have finished our errand here, so we should be heading back to Lundrek any time."
Great, can you pick up some milk on your way? Also, could you bring in 100 GP? Wait, is GP one or 100 gold so that I can pay these kind men? And that's all you get.
Ryu just slumps forward with an exhausted sigh.
Is something wrong?
My great grandfather's gonna be the death of me.
Oh, what did you do this time?
Apparently, the people he pissed off to end up in that tank, and didn't think that was enough for him, so they took him and forced him to watch. Are forcing him to watch them burn some books he likes.
Well, I
Charlotte
guess that's
did.
better than the books he keeps in his bags. Unless those
Cicada
are
is
the books that are being burned.
Cicada is offended.
I
She
don't,
also likes books.
I
don't
know.
know.
How dare they?
How dare they?
I don't know, but I'm sure my great grandfather would be all too happy to let us know the extent of the damage when we finally get him out of there.
Well,
Clara has her end of thought and she says, "I'll be right back."
Err?
She's fetching the horses.
alright, I'll move them over for you.
She brings the horses and she's like, I figured the horses might as well see what the god of nature looks like.
Well, one of the god of natures. This is my sister's task, but she's making me work again.
Oh, so, Allah, you're able to understand the horses naturally being of nature, and you hear them talking. And oh boy, do they have some stories to tell.
Is that so? Yes.
Hey.
She goes up to the one that doesn't run away. She's like, "Aren't you a good girl?" Or actually, was it a girl or a boy?
They're both girls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aren't you such a good girl?
Oh, Jezebel just remember something. If I may interrupt, Lady Alar,
Yes, dear?
I do have a slight request. There is a very, very cute friend that's actually in the ruins down underneath the water. He's a Drukin, actually.
Truthin.
We need him.
Oh yes, him.
Druthin. We named him Azul. He's a little lonely down there because he can't come to the surface because of the sun. So if you want to maybe kind of head down there and give him a little bit of some company, we would appreciate it. We bring him along with us if we could because he's adorable, but fortunately he cannot come to the surface.
Would you like for me to change that for you?
Jezebel
Can
blinks.
you?
Really?
There should be able to with my power.
Jezebel's eyes light up and she practically puts her hands together and is like pleading to Lady Alar, could you really do that, Lady Alar?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was reading some chat. Yes, I could definitely do that, actually. You just gotta show me where he's at.
Actually, you don't have to do that because you didn't give me a chance to interrupt you before, but and so I was typing, but with a simple snap of your hands, your Druthin appears. And let me get the token. Because apparently I don't. There it is. Bush. And instead of being burned by the sun, the Druthin is just standing there looking absolutely panicked and completely lost. And then
Glump.
let me finish. Then Alar briefly explains the situation to the Druthin and calms down, and immediately dive bombs Jezebel and begins to, do the nuzzles that birds are known for.
Jezebel just grunts but is giggling the whole time. She goes, so you finally come with us. I knew we'd find a way sooner or later. Oh, you're heavy, but I love it.
Friend.
Okay.
Druthin! Yay! Took a while, we finally got it. Yay! I'm
More
happy.
pets.
More pets! Jezebel just grins as she pets its beak and she goes, thank you so much, Lady Alar. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I just felt so bad leaving this poor cutie underneath all alone in the dark.
I'll mention it, dearie.
By the way, Lady Alar, you mentioned your sister, didn't you?
Yes,
Are you talking about Eris?
I am. She is the other goddess of nature.
Well, we ran into somebody a while back claiming to be her.
Oh, yes. Jezebel says underneath the Druthin, still just kind of laying there and being smothered by love. And she goes, we actually met some imposters before that was claiming to be your sister who could control the Black Sun.
Fake, by the way.
Oh, I can't. She's not gonna like that. I'm gonna love telling her this story.
And
fact I-
Korax was able to report her temple to the paladins, and she disappeared, and we haven't seen her since.
I like hunts. That's gonna be fun.
Usually I love hunts too, but I know this will be your prey, Lady Lady Alar. You and your sister both, so I'd say happy hunting.
Yes, yes, it's gonna be so much fun. I enjoyed this kind of sport.
A goddess of nature enjoying hunting. I never thought I'd hear such a thing.
Oh, no. I don't hunt per se myself. My sister's a lot more aggressive with it. I just have some popcorn and eat while we enjoy watching. Stern might watch it too, though.
Who's Ren?
Oh, don't worry about her.
Sren. Jezebel looks curious. She goes, "Oh yeah, Sren." Lady Rua talks about her quite often too.
She does? Does she talk about her kids?
I mean, it's been a little while since I've talked to Lady Rua, but she used to tell me quite a bit about you and your sister and your comrades. I mean, you and my father.
Seems like you got quite a bit of stories to listen to then.
Right?
I mean, Mom
Go on.
does love to tell the stories that she went through along with Father most of all too, but after Brother's death, I kind of stopped talking to him.
So, you also hear the Druthan give, some read and some chirps, and they appear to be also telling Allah about their adventures in the Underdark.
Which are probably most informative.
See.
I mean, there was that one time where we first met. It was kind of scary.
Also, I think the horses were present when we were. Or at least they existed when there was the fake god thingy. Don't know if they've learned anything though.
50 of them? Oh, yeah, as expected of the drow. Just listening to the Druthan.
Right,
Talking about the drow.
Do you ever maybe ask him if he maybe might have saw an Abercrombie downstairs? I mean, the blue hair samurai down there? Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that he definitely knows where he's at.
So he is down there.
But if he's in the city of spiders, then there's no way we can get to him.
Oh, I'll find a way, dear, if I have to.
Mentioned something about high paying work. So maybe he's on another job again.
Wait.
Did you say no about that already?
This is only a theory, but if he's getting a high-paying work from the drow, could they have been the ones who hired him to kill Jezebel's brother?
Again?
First time, probably. But they would have to know that he's alive before they would do another one for him, wouldn't they?
Oh, there's a neutral city down there too. They probably gave him a lot of apples.
Hmm.
Ooh, we should go there next.
Well,
Say, Jezebel, you said you and your brother were protecting steel dragons, right?
yes, that is what we were tasked to do, and what we have been doing.
Have you known the drow to do that? To hunt them?
A lot of people hunt them, dear, not just the drows. You gotta understand, the still dragons are hunted by very many, as I'm pretty sure you can relate, dear, on account that you've been hunted by quite a few different people. Besides me, of course.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You've been stalking me for quite a long time.
You should know by now that I stalk everything I like. But the thing is about me is I do not hunt to kill. I like to collect things I like. But I'd rather them stay alive.
Well, seeing as how you apparently had an important question for me when we first met, maybe this would be an opportunity for me to ask you something.
Oh?
Ryu shows Jezebel the amulet. His amulet. I suppose you would know something about this?
What does amulet look like again?
A dragon, I think.
Yeah, it's a gray dragon head, and you know that it's the symbol often used to indicate to still dragons that there are other still dragons in the area. Like they're given as gifts by still dragons.
Isabel looks at it and then she gives a smile. She goes, "Yes, I know your medallion. That's the reason why I was slightly interested in you. Because, technically speaking, everybody in my family, well, not everybody, but some, including my brother, has one of those. Well, at least knows of it."
Your brother has one of these.
He did.
So it's not just an heirloom.
It's a signal, I suppose you can say, to basically let steel dragons know that are in the area or that are in hiding that there are either other steel dragons around or there is an ally that will protect them if they are nearby.
Then you're saying this would have to belong to a steel dragon?
That, or so steel dragon gave it to your family, which shouldn't be so surprising because, technically speaking, my father, Alex, also technically helps protect them as well when he's not busy doing other things. Lady Rura is the one that protects them, and my family protects her. So that's why I know that symbol, because she uses that symbol.
Huh. I had no idea.
That's the reason why I was kind of interested in you, dear. I thought for a second, besides being a Kitsune, which was also rare and what I liked about you the most, but I thought you were also an ally that was helping to protect the Steel Dragons.
Now, I will mention this really quick. You have the dragon symbol on your back, remember?
Oh, that's right! I do! I totally forgot!
That's
I don't
another
think-
way. Like, it's not always
Right.
a medallion, it's just a symbol.
Right, but I'm always wearing my cloak. So for a second, Jezebel kind of grins and she actually lifts up like the cape that she's using, and like etched on her actual shirt that's always hidden is the actual same symbol. See, allies.
I see.
But there's a reason why I keep this hidden. She says as she puts the cape back down. I usually only show those that I believe are also allies because they have the same symbol. But I also keep it hidden because technically there are a few hunters who might know what this means and try to trick not only me, but the other targets in the area. That is a task that me and my brother have given ourselves, not only to protect Lady Rura, but also the dragons that she cares for. So, I am the bait. If I think I see a hunter or a possible ally, I show the symbol. If they come after me, I know they are hunters and I must take them out. But like you, who were slightly clueless to what it actually meant, I knew that you had to do something for another reason. So that's why I didn't tell you right away.
This is just. I just got this from my mother when I was still young.
Well, you can always ask her about it, but the only thing I can say is since you had no idea what it actually meant, perhaps you were either given it, your mother was given it by a steel dragon that maybe they helped, or maybe my father actually gave it to your family as a way of keep you protected, I suppose. I really am not sure. You'll have to talk to your mother about that, dear.
Yeah, I will.
Though, she does look a little bit curious as she kind of like taps her chin. I mean, it could mean another reason, but I'm not too sure if this means anything to you.
Maybe. The only way I'll know for sure is if I find out where this actually came from. She
again taps her chin. She goes, maybe the dragon wasn't awake then.
What do you mean by that?
Well, she kind of looks unsure whether she should share this or not. I mean, technically speaking, if I tell you more, you guys are going to be involved into my little hunt, so to speak. So, I mean, I don't want to tell you too much, and I can't exactly say what exactly it means.
Hey, if my family are connected to the steel dragons somehow, then we're already involved.
She just kind of sighs. She puts her hand on her hip. She goes, all right, calm down. I'm just making sure. I don't want to involve you guys more than I have to, but apparently if you're interested, then I guess I could say. Basically, when a steel dragon is born or reborn, they're asleep. So they are not aware that they are an actual steel dragon. Sometimes they forget, sometimes they're not sure. So they look like a person, say a human. So usually, if shown this symbol, they, I guess you could say, awake or wake up from the dream and realize they are a steel dragon.
That's not the case actually.
No? All right.
They just subconsciously know this symbol even when they're asleep. So they might make art or things of the symbol without knowing its meaning.
So there
So
could
wait.
be.
Yes?
Not sure I quite understand this out of character.
If they're dreaming, aka asleep, they might make items with the symbol without realizing what it means. It's just a symbol. When you're dreaming, if you dream about a symbol you saw during the day, you're not gonna know what it means. You know what I mean? You're just gonna know, oh yeah, that symbol looks. I remember that symbol. They are aware of the symbol, but they don't know what it means. They just use it because it feels natural, like breathing.
Alrighty then.
It's like sneezing. When you sneeze, you just do it. You don't really think about it. You might think, oh, I'm gonna sneeze, but you... A steel dragon that is asleep will make the symbol the same as the steel dragon that's awake.
It's just something they recognize as, okay. Alright.
It's just a symbol they recognize as friend, instinctually. And they give it to people, they give it around to their friends in their life, but they don't really... Even if they don't understand the meaning, they will still hand out the symbol.
Basically, somebody saw your family or whoever gave the medallion originally to as a friend.
I suppose you wouldn't have any idea who that person was.
Cora is, despite the intelligence check, I feel like she's going to need to ask this question anyway. She turns to Jezebel and she says, "Did they have to be a human?"
No, they're dragons, but in order to
That's not what I meant. I meant, did they have to be human, or could they be like a dwarf or an elf?
well, sorry, hold on. Yes, they can be any race. Majority of the time, though, they're usually. She looks hesitant, like she wants to tell them all this information. I'm still not sure I should say anything exactly, but just know that I can tell who is actually a soul dragon or not.
You can?
I've been protecting them for quite a few years, dear. It's not really that hard once you get used to it. At least what you know what you're looking for.
I see.
I mean, don't take it personal. It's not like as if I want to keep this information to myself. Because to be fair, she looks a little like bashful. She goes, I have been doing this alone for some time. My brother and I were partners, I guess you can say. My siblings did other things, like you saw my sister Oriana, who became a cartographer. But me and him were set on helping Lady Rura and protecting the dragons. So we did this quite a few years. So we already know the mannerisms, what to look for, and then of course our symbols, such as yours. I just don't like to usually share this because I don't. No offense, and she kind of looks. She glances over to Clara. I'd rather not give away everything, so that way, in case you do see one, I don't want to give them away either.
Understandable.
Let's just leave it at that then. This is all a lot to process.
Well, I will say one thing, because technically speaking, I guess more eyes would be helpful. One thing to keep an eye out for anybody is gray. Whether they are any race or like that, if they have some kind of grayish features that usually aren't normal, so to speak, that is usually an indication.
Gray features.
She just gives a nod with a small smile. I will think about telling you guys more later on along the line, but for now, just know that if you see a creature have grayish features that don't usually appear normal for the race, then that might be a hint. So if you guys ever see one, let me know, and I'll let you know if it actually is one or not.
Well, I'll keep that in mind.
But either way, she gives a bit of a shrug and she continues to pet the Druthan's beak. Keep close to the medallion, because that means one of the dragons realize your family is an ally, and it's a very important gift. To my knowledge, my family are the only ones that have this symbol, besides Lady Rura and her followers, of course. But yeah, so the medallion is very special.
I see.
She then gives a cheeky grin. She goes, "Look at us, partners in crime! Aren't we great together, Foxy?"
Hey, I didn't agree. I haven't agreed to be partners with you on anything yet.
Kinda too late now that you have that medallion. You and I match now.
We're gonna be traveling together for a bit longer anyway. So I suppose any business as you have in this regard, I might as well help with, especially if it involves protecting others.
As I said, partners in crime.
Kagura being connected to the steel dragons. Just what is my family?
Well, you got the sword, right? So you're going to the Viorna soon?
That is the plan.
Oh right, we should be heading to Lundrak right about now.
Well, we got what we wanted. Well, besides the fact I did lose our hope. And we got a little extra, so I say this is a job well done, and we should head back indeed.
Hey.
Well, I hope you guys get to Lundrak quicker.
Oh?
You'd be willing to do that?
Not that hard for me. But I need something in exchange.
Huh.
What would
Anything
that
for the
be?
best guitar player in the world.
Ah, yes, thanks, my ego.
Oh no. Rura would be rolling her eyes so hard right now.
As a large sticks her nose up high and mighty.
In just so you know, Alar, like way in the back of your mind, you can basically see Rua just like shaking her head with a sigh.
Cicada decides to come up to Alar, and she gives her the bottle of Eternia spring water that she's been carrying all this time.
This dear? Let me check it.
Isn't that the bottle of water that would
Yeah,
From the celestial flood.
it's I think it was a lesser restoration or a healing potion. It should be under
Well, that's-
items.
Yeah, it's just for like casting gentle repose.
Treasure, magic items, tools, armor, weapons. Maybe it's under treasure dock. No. I swear I wrote it down somewhere. Either way, continue.
Alright, it's just something that casts gentle repose.
Yeah, there you go.
One use.
That's right.
Well, this is a thankful gift. It's not something I would actually need fully. Are you sure you want to give it to me?
I don't need it.
Alrighty. I will graciously take it. Thank you.
Welcome.
I will say this. Are you certain you want to give it away?
I really don't need it, so.
What
Okay.
is she giving away?
free gentle repose?
Which basically means that if you put it on a body that's about to pass, it means that the body's not going to pass.
Not going to turn
Don't
undead.
I already have Spare the Dying for that?
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong spell. Let me.
Gentle repose is the one that extends the time limit for the dead body.
Okay. All right.
And it
Continue then. I just wanted to double check that. That's all. Continue.
But yes, I need some magic conduits. Mainly to help me spread out the forest a little faster.
Magic conduits?
Yes. You guys have anything of that nature?
So
I'm
to
curious, what would that be?
So to clarify for you, Neku, basically what you need them to do is spread out and stand there and look pretty.
Okay.
They are the magic conduits.
Can do that.
Okay, so for this to work, I just need you guys to stand out and spread out throughout the area and just look pretty for me.
Can I
Okay.
sound pretty too?
Very well.
If I sound pretty louder, does it help?
No.
Guess if God says so.
Aw, Lady Alar, how flattering.
So you all spread out, and Allah's like, further, further, further. Keep going, further, further. That's it, that's
Almost
it.
there. You stand there.
Chlora's in the upper left-hand corner.
That's a bit too far. Keep to this side of the river. Well, lake, but yeah. Either way, you all spread out, and you feel you feel a sudden welling of energy as go back there. As I said so shut up.
I
Anyway, if you're done interrupting me. Anyway. Okay. So, you all spread out and you feel a deep welling of energy through you. It doesn't really rise above your feet, but you feel it building in your legs. And then it suddenly rushes out of you, and grass spreads in all directions around you. And out of that grass, trees begin to rapidly grow up. And in about the span of, say, 10 minutes, you're now in a dense jungle. And Allah calls you back.
Alright, now come find me.
Very dense in here.
Somehow Chlora finds her way back.
That was incredible.
Just made the job faster.
You're welcome, she says with a grin at Alar.
Yes, now this does work for me. Anyway, not right, Lundruck. Right. Just give me a moment on that.
So, you think over your powers and you're not really sure how to make transport to Londra. You're like, oh, should I make a plant beast to race them there, or oh, they got animals. That's not gonna work. What can I teleport? No, that's the Ernest thing. And you're just mumbling all these different ideas, and then you're like, aha, I got it. And you bring your hands out, and the ground rises above them as a a trailer, how it has the four sides and then the flat. Well, you got a flat under you, and then the four corners have formed into railings, and then it sort of becomes a point underneath and they can make a ramp up so you can get the animals up and all that. And then underneath, 2 chicken legs sprout from the bottom.
Oh my god. It's Baba Yaga's house.
Alright, hold on tight. And good luck.
Wait!
Just what kind of way she goes, thank you for letting us all come with us. And if you happen to see my father, you're welcome to kick his ass too.
Any last
Yeah,
words,
lead a
Neku?
pleasant day. Kicking Alex's ass, that'll be a good pastime.
So sorry, Alex, but yeah.
So, you guys now have an empty grass plot of land with legs. And, you also find a steering wheel in, around the front of the house. It's like a little... It's a little cat head with a monotone expression. And it goes, meow, where would you like to go?
Oh no!
My god.
It talks.
Can we go to Landrek?
Sure, meow. And
Oh,
then the
no.
legs start walking. Push, 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 push.
You know, it's actually kind of charming. Jisbo says that she looks a little curious at this thing, but it's also like it's growing on her.
I should also mention that you're now traveling at 4 times the speed of walking. So
Oh wow.
a distance that you could travel half in a horse is now a quarter. However, it's pretty big, and you get the impression that it's not very good on certain surfaces, as like it nearly hits a rock and the house sort of stumbles a bit and then rights itself and goes back to bush, bush, bush.
It's
And
not a very comfortable ride.
I mean, it's not that it's not uncomfortable, it's that you don't exactly have, seating or any sort of protection from the weather. And the legs are so big, one of them is the size of your wagon. Like, it's kind of too big for the road, so. Like, you'd have trouble getting through smaller spaces and cliffs and all that. Like, the flat land, it's completely fine, but she wouldn't be able to get it, like, through, say, the mountains.
Hey, Catface. Is it
Yeah.
possible for you to become smaller when we reach our destination?
No, meow.
It's cat.
Do you have any other questions, meow?
Not right now.
Okay, meow.
Meow.
How long does it take us to reach Lundrick?
Oh, let me move you guys over to the map. But first, thank you, Neku, for Allah. Thank you for being Allah.
I exist for Alar.
Thank you
Yay.
for being a friend.
Does that mean our token turns into a gigantic bird thing with legs?
It will, eventually, yes.
Yeah.
But I have to draw it first, so, yeah.
I guess I'm gonna have to draw that token.
Well, if you want to draw it, go ahead. So it is... It's annoying when it does that. It is 7 days... 7 days on foot, so...
Oh, I didn't catch that, sorry.
7 days on foot.
So it's
So-
2 days. It's a 2-day journey to Lundruck.
Are the
Alright.
roads able to handle our new transport without getting destroyed?
Oh no, you guys leave some very giant footprints in the road at points. Only this small
think
bit
we
where you
should
cross
avoid
over though. As for what sort of terrain, like as you can see, most of the area around Lundruck is fairly flat. But like you wouldn't be able to get through places like Fevros Forest, you wouldn't be able to get to the Zione Plains, or you would have to take the... You wouldn't be able to get through this pass here either to get to Menos. You'd have to go all the way down and then up here. These are just
Okay.
examples. And, yeah. Like, the Valley of Life and Death wouldn't be good because it's, got a lot of rising and falling cliffs. But yeah. After a pleasant 2-day journey on the back of a giant Baba Yaga house without the house. I mean, it's just a flat plot of land with some grass at the moment, but who knows, you could always build something there. And you make your way to Lundruck. Of course, the house can't go into the city, and you watch as it slowly lowers itself and then just slams into the ground. It sort of gives you a little bit of a jump, but then it becomes meshed with the ground, leaving only the little, like, even the little fence posts fall into the ground, and all that's left is just the bald cat head just quietly looking out. We are here, meow.
You.
Clara thinks for a while, and she wonders if it's possible to take the cat head with them and just plant it down in a new location.
My name is Mince Chew, by the way, meow, and no, that's not possible.
My God.
Okay,
Oh,
Mince
Neku
too.
named him, okay?
Mittens Jr.
Oh my god, I knew it.
His name is MJ from now on.
Okay.
I question your naming skills.
And as for you, Wedward, I wasn't saying that you were copying or that anyone was copying Alex or any of that. I was just paraphrasing what thoughts might have been going through Ala's head. Or she might have been
Yeah,
muttering
anyway.
them. But yeah, you arrive
Right.
in Lundrak, and you've got a cat head sticking out of the ground just outside of Lundrak. And, yeah.
And Korax is gonna get off that at the first opportunity. Be gone, creature.
I
You don't
am-
like our new transport?
No.
I am incapable of destroying myself. Meow. I live to suffer. Meow.
I
Oh,
vastly prefer the horses.
Cicada
But he's
pats the cat.
adorable.
like, dang, dark.
Cicada pats the cat head.
I was told I have depression. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Go back to Alar, please.
Okay. Meow.
Oh.
The house rises up, leaving a giant hole in the ground, and walks away.
Mhm.
Again.
Well, hopefully you can get back to Alar if she's still there, but maybe let's go back to the forest that she made. Maybe you'll be happy you're there.
Joke's on you. Alar's gonna do return to sender.
Oh,
We all knew that was
Jezebel-
going to happen, though.
Jezebel does give a small giggle as she says, "You know, I think I recall Lady Ruru saying that Lady Alar's naming was kind of questionable sometimes."
So, you are now in Lundrak. What do you do?
We look for the dunking booth. I
Elnate.
mean, the book pile that's being burned. Yes, that's it.
You find neither.
Well, I don't know where to look. Clara just says.
Aye.
Are we not going at the Jezebel's house? Or her sister's house?
We were looking for Elnace.
Well, you guys are welcome to go look for dear Elnith. I am actually going to my sister's house. I gotta tell her a couple things, as well as introduce her to this cutie, she says, motioning to Azul.
Azul is hissing at everyone that passes.
Oh, isn't he cute?
Everyone is terrified of him. I love
Just-
it.
And Jezebel's just smiling, just like sparkles all around her because they got a Druthan and she can now like take him with us. So she gently grabs his reins, even as he's hissing, and just starts to lead him towards her sister's house.
Clara's like, I want to go with. And she goes with.
Alright, you head to the house, you find it locked, you go ask your sister for keys, she gives you the keys, you open the house. And, you know, it's a house that has rooms, a kitchen, a living room.
Wait, I thought we were introducing the Druthan to her sister.
Yeah, she's currently busy with work, and she just sort of goes, yeah, that's great, Rura. You know, here's the keys. You know, free to do stuff, and look, I'm telling you, we need 50 men there, okay?
Call me Rura.
Sorry, Jezebel.
And Jezebel is just giving like a cheeky grin. She knows her sister is busy, so she's just like, so it's okay if I put the jerkin in the stables for a little while, right?
Sure. Whatever you want.
And she can't help but kind of like try to like squeeze more on that. She goes, and you'll pay me 100 gold too?
Sure.
Thank you, sis, you're the best, she says happily, and then just rushes
Wait, what?
outside
No!
and goes into the house.
Jezebel, come back here!
Love you too, big sis. She just rushes and pulling the reins of the truth and let's go. All the while laughing and giggling.
I shall commence the stealing the food montage.
Alright. You steal all the food from the fridge. You find it's just basic food, a week's worth of food.
Excellent.
What's with it and people stealing food from my house? From the other one with Rimba and freaking Karna, and then now you?
You have nice houses.
Like, that's an excuse, thanks.
I'm guessing there's a rising tide reference in there.
No.
Ah.
Well, I mean, what I was saying before is for me. I'm saying that, but
So what do you guys do?
I think the other half of the party is attempting to locate someone.
Yeah. I was asking Ryu if he could cast Sending to Elnath again. Just to determine where he is.
Alright, what do you say?
Alright,
We did take a long rest, so you have all your spell slots back.
say, great grandfather, do you know exactly where in Lundruk you are?
Oh, I'm at the inn.
He says he's at the inn.
Okay.
That
The
doesn't narrow it down. This is a big city.
Good point.
After another
Grandfather?
sending, he gives you the name of the inn. And you head there and you find him just casually drinking at, the bar. I'm adding his token in, just give me a second. Where is he? Elnath. Bush. Yeah,
Oh,
he's just
okay.
casually there drinking.
Wait. You're fine?
Oh, there you are. Did you bring the 100 gold?
Where? What? How? I thought.
Brought some food in, Nath.
Oh, that's great. I haven't eaten in like 2 days. And he eats the food.
He eats all the food?
Yes, he was hungry. You guys left him there without any food. Did you bring the 100 gold?
Oh, I only have 99 gold.
100 gold for what?
Well, I might have drunk a bit too much and got a tab at the tavern here. He takes a sip of his drink.
Ryu's eye just starts twitching.
I mean, I have been trying to pay it off, but well, you don't actually make a lot of money. I mean, I've earned like 5 silver in the couple of days you've been gone.
How in the world did you survive before I showed up?
Well, I mean, you know, plants are edible.
Oh boy.
You got
Jezebel, we can hear you eating.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm trying to clean something up.
There we go. Continue.
all right. I have 66. Is I can't believe I'm asking
You can
this.
split
Is
it.
anyone willing to pitch in?
I have 197 gold.
Jezebel, did you follow them to Elnath?
No, I went to go find my sister.
Okay. Regardless, who's paying what? How are you guys divvying this up?
Alright, I guess I can pay like 75.
Alright. And that means for you pay 25.
All right.
Laura, we can hear you tapping. So,
Thank you, Cicada. I'm so sorry.
Jeanette.
Elnath hands the money to the bartender and she gives him a look and then says, "Alright, and don't come back here, you hear? You know that dragon's beer is very expensive."
Dragon's beer?
It's this beer that we brew. You know, many people like to, you know, try their luck and try and, you know, beat the dragons at their own beer. It's made for people with like really high constitutions, so mostly only dwarves go for it.
I see, and he's tried how much of this?
Well, it's 1 gold a drink, and he's tried 100 times, so that's how he got the 100 gold.
Not dead.
How are you still sober?
Oh, this is water. I can't afford it anymore.
How long is it? Just how long ago did you drink this?
Oh, this was the night that you left.
You've been doing nothing but drinking beer brewed for dragons over the entire time we were gone.
Yes, yes. I thought in my defense, I thought I had it that last time, and that when I managed to drink the entire thing, that they'd you know, take off my my bill, but apparently that's not how it works, and well, yeah.
Then just who was the guy who carried you off as we were leaving?
Well, don't worry about that. I solved that. Apparently I was just a little late on some repayments to this other tavern. They have these really nice cakes. They call them crepes. It's really great.
So, getting from this is that you ran out of that you've been running out on about half a dozen different bar tabs.
Well, no, they're all paid off, but well, I mean, and there weren't all the bars, you know. I also went to the bookstore and you know so, it's fine, really. Don't worry, there's no more issues. Though I do think we should probably leave the city within 24 hours.
Do I
Why?
really need to make an insight check on that?
Absolutely no reason. I just want a fresh change of pace.
Oh boy.
I have determined that there is no temple relating to kitsunes here. Or anything that would be related to kitsunes.
Did we ever even figure out where we're going next?
Well, I'm sure we'll figure it out. I mean, we can do other stuff in the meantime. It's not like I'm, I am younger than, I got plenty of years. I've got plenty of centuries to, find them all. But we really should leave in 24 hours.
Okay. It's like, I don't think I need to roll insight to know that he's in a lot of trouble, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Korax.
Elnate is not a good liar.
No, he's not.
No.
Korax, Korax, do we have any idea where we're going next?
Not really.
I was afraid of that.
Alright.
I know there used to be a Temple of Year in this city, but that got closed down a couple of decades ago.
Okay, we're going to the inn. We're working out what our next destination is, and then we're getting out.
Oh,
and I'm not letting you out of my sight until then.
I'm not a child, you know. I can take care of myself.
Yes, you are, child.
No, I'm not.
Jezebel would
Besides,
argue so badly if she was there right now.
Besides,
So
what
would
about
Cora.
your red friend? Does she not have a house here? Oh well, does her sister not have a house? Surely we could just stay there and it'd be the perfect place to hide. Come to think of it.
Hide?
I'm not saying that I'm trying to hide or anything. I mean, I'm in the middle of a bar. I'm merely saying that
If
it
he
would
comes
be
to
a
the
good
house,
place.
if he comes to the house and Jezebel hears all this, she's kicking his ass out.
Elnate, if I go to the nearest guard station right now, am I going to find a wanted poster with your face on it?
Oh. Well, I'm not saying you won't, but I'm not saying you will either.
Yes or no question, Elnate.
You know what? I think I'm going to go see how how Jezebel is doing. Shall we go, Cicada?
Elnate?
Yes, Cicada is following him with a lot of suspicion.
He's already out the door and making a beeline for the mansion.
Damn it! Right as I was about to use Zone of Truth.
So the door opens. Also Charlotte, you totally know that there are several banner posters. Oops, wrong map, sorry. It's this one. There we go. Let me just delete some tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
Wait.
I'm getting it. I'm deleting tokens. Give me a second.
I have a question whenever you're ready.
Alright, just give me a second.
Okay.
I can't remember who went with Jezebel, but I'll put you all here.
Cora.
Laura did. Okay, so you are there. You're down here, down here. Alright, what's your question?
So, how much is the bounty? This matters to me.
I will
great.
I will DM you.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Good day, young Jezebel. I was wondering if you would be open to us staying here with you in this house and immediately leaving in the morning.
Jezebel blinks,
So, like,
and then she
Korak,
rolls
like,
her eyes at Elnate.
from behind, Korak's just like, Korak's just catches her eyes and he's just shaking his head.
Cicada is also shaking her head.
Cicada has telepathy.
Yeah, Cicada does in fact have telepathy, and she basically just tells Jezebel, he's in trouble.
Alright,
Again.
Cicada, Corex, and Ryu, I want you to roll perception, and Charlotte, I want you to roll stealth. Okay?
That's a dirty 20.
What
Okay.
did you say? Perception?
Yes, perception for you, and, okay. So while you all are following Elnath, you see Charlotte briefly make a detour to go and talk to some guards, who immediately turn their attention towards Elnath, and then head off.
Charlotte?
No,
Where?
you didn't see this. Jezebel, you didn't see this. This happened outside. This was just
Ah.
something they saw along the way, but, you know, they were still following Elnath.
Okay, then redacted. Elnith?
Elnay, what did
What'd you
do?
I didn't do anything, and I definitely did not.
Dear, do not lie to a liar.
I
Also,
know, but
just
I
let
did
you know
not.
you're really bad at lying.
Corax, Jezebel, grab him.
What the?
And Harlequin is suddenly just at his throat.
What are you doing?
That won't be necessary, Corax.
You do realize I can polymorph, right?
Zone truth.
Alright, let me
He
Let
needs
me
to
take-
make a charisma saving throw.
charisma. Okay, let me get his stats up.
If I recall correctly, he has to make the saving throw every round until he
Alright,
fails.
So it's a charisma save. Yeah, he succeeds. Oh no! What do you get off me? You know I can polymorph, right? You hear a knock on the
Just let it-
door. Bang, bang, bang. Open up, city guard!
Now would be a good time to fess up, great grandfather.
I didn't do anything, I swear.
Damn it, he's
Oh, God.
resisting it.
Okay, and okay, goes over. Yes.
Or starts its turn in there, must make a charisma saving throw. He needs to make saving throws repeatedly until he fails.
All of you be quiet.
One thing at a time, Cora.
Okay.
The guards open up, the guards give a brief tip of their head, and then they say, Alright, we have reason to believe that you have a criminal in your midst, and they hold up a wanted poster for Elnath, which has 250 GP on it.
Does the poster list his crimes?
His crime? No, it does not.
May I ask what his crime was?
Afraid we don't know. It came directly from, you know, the elf city up, southwest, down southwest. Apparently they are really insistent on getting this, guy, and they've been raising the bounty for a while, and the posters just arrived to the city.
Where did you say this elf city was?
Charisma, and
Aren't you, like, talking to interrogating someone?
Yeah, but
So,
if Ryu's listening in on the guards, he's going to try and get the answers out of them.
the Great Elf City. You know, the giant city of elves that is closed off to most of Norheim. I'll bring you
My
over to
home.
the map.
Yeah, my home.
So it's all the way down there. It's where you were going to fly to get to the Wildlands. I think that's where you were going anyway. On the very bad map.
This map looks like it's been cut up in places.
Yeah, I really need to redo it. It's just not a priority.
Okay.
You're saying he's wanted in Dominion.
In the it's in the Dominion.
That's what I'm saying. So if you could hand him over, we will put him in custody and put him on the first flight to the Elf City.
Would you mind if we came with you? I'd very much like to know what he did.
The guards glance to Korax and then briefly say, "Aye, we can allow that."
Does anyone else? Do any of you mind?
Nope.
I'm telling you, I didn't do anything.
Why are you wanted?
I don't know. They just started putting the posters up, so I went to a bar to drink my troubles away, and I asked if they could keep me hidden, and well, then I ended up drinking a ton of the drink there because I was bored and I didn't know what to do.
What's the drink called?
Okay. This place is mostly a wine. First of all, Lundruck is mostly a wine drinking city. Second of all, DM and extraditing, trying to like extraditing a criminal from the other side of the continent isn't simple, right? Like this isn't something they would do for just any crime.
It is not.
Oh. Oh, he did noopsy. No.
Elnath? What? If I'm going to ask you again, and you're going to be honest. What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
That's the
Is
truth.
that still under zone of truth?
Yes, he is telling the truth. You see it glow blue.
What? Wait, you were being serious.
Yes, now can you let me go?
What could you possibly be
That-
wanted for?
Well, if you let me, if you find out, do let me know, but I'd rather not be in the city while they look for me. The only reason I stayed around is because I didn't know where you guys were and I didn't know how long you'd be.
All of you hold this thought. Guardsman, Guardsman, could you wait just a little bit? And Korax is going to leave the house and head towards the head towards the Belfield embassy near the in the government district.
All right, you head on over, but that's gonna take a bit, so we'll finish with the others and then we'll go to you.
Clara inquires of the details of the other incident Elnath had in the bar. Since she is curious.
That's a lie. I never drunk that. The circle turns red.
Does it like force her to tell the truth?
It does. Well, it prevents him from speaking It prevents him from saying an outright lie.
I just thought it'd be funnier if it turned red. That's all. But
It's like a lie detector, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, same effect in the end.
Yeah.
Jezebel, no.
Okay, Jezebel is fuming. Her arms crossed over her chest, like a dark aura is like going around her. It's her like she has a really dark look on her face as she glares at Elmeet and the trouble he's causing in her house. Or her sister's house, but still.
Elnath whimpers and then says, "It's just for one night."
If we go and this turns out to be nothing and you cause this much trouble, you or someone's head will roll.
It's okay.
Understand? She gives a really dark smile as she pats his shoulder a little hard.
He just keeps whimpering.
Good.
tried to comfort him. I'm sure it's nothing.
Why
I'm
is
sure
she
it's
so
not.
scary?
She's just like that.
You might. I think you might have actually screwed up real bad this time, great grandfather. I've never seen her get that mad at anyone, ever.
I didn't mean to drink so much. I promise I'll pay you back the 100 gold.
100 gold for drinks?
apparently,
What were you
apparently-
drinking?
Okay, apparently, there's a drinks. They have a bar somewhere around here that drinks something made for dragons that he had a that he bought enough of to cost 100 gold.
Clara's brain connects a couple dots. Is there anything on this person that is gray that is usually not gray?
He has grey hair and grey eyes.
Is it normal for an elf to have those?
I don't know. Do you know? Roll history. Roll intelligence, actually. Just straight intelligence.
Okay.
Laura's good at those.
Oh, wow.
He is.
Wow.
That's all I need to do. Just need to insult the person and got it.
Okay. So, you know that grey hair is not normal on elves as young as Elnath. It does happen sometimes, but it's very uncommon for a young elf to have grey hair this early.
So Clara walks up to Jezebel's ear and she whispers, "Young elf with gray hair drinking dragon brew? Does that sound suspicious to you?"
Do I know this to be true?
I don't know. Roll intelligence.
Don't worry, Jezebel's good at those too.
No, not. Wait, what? Oh, hello. Oh, actually, I kind of am. We'll see. Watch me roll really badly. Yeah, see? I knew it.
Yeah.
We
Alright.
can ask, if you have doubts, we could probably ask Korax and he can probably tell us.
So,
I'm
the thing
too
is,
mad.
this is also coming from Clara.
Yeah.
No offense,
No.
but
offense.
this is the case where the nat 20 is against you.
And not only that, but I am way too mad at Elnith right now with all the trouble he's been causing, not only in my sister's hometown, but in her own home as well. Because technically we're guests, and you just had guards come up to her door.
I mean, that's not my fault. I don't know why the
Even
guard...
if her sister may not care, she's mad.
I mean, that's not my fault. I
It
don't
is.
know how the guards found me here.
Jezebel now looks at everybody. That's true.
Clearly, they saw us heading over here. This place isn't exactly subtle. This place isn't exactly subtle.
Alright.
But to hear specifically,
So, we're gonna move over to Korax. Sorry, I was just checking you all were done. And we'll just move back to the Long Drag map. And you head over to the embassy. You know, it's full of people, you know, just doing paperwork. There's a reception desk, that sort of thing. Hello, young lord. How can we help you?
And hello, I had some questions. Was there an extradition order for a criminal recently from the homeland?
There was indeed. We are looking for an elf by the name of Elnath.
If I may ask, what was his crime?
Someone just left. Okay, it was just Cicada's name.
That-
Okay.
Doesn't sound like a crime to me.
You do not
Hey.
know?
No, I do
They-
not.
They reach under their desk and pull out a book and leaf through it. And then they nod and then say, "This elf has been charged with the attempted murder of Miss Rudy, your sister."
Oh.
And that is where we're going to end this session.
Narrow.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh no!
great.
Cliffhanger!
Like,
I did it good. Look at me, guys.
Oh no!
Tattletale. Tattletale, tattletale. All for money.
Yeah, well, I said when the gold is good, the gold is good. That's all I'm saying.
How much was it? 250?
Yeah,
I don't know.
250.
Yeah, it was good.
No,
It was good enough to round
No.
about to me. Yes.
that is trouble. No, Dad. When Jezebel finds out it was you, oh.
Well, thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!
Bye.
uh,